look at Camp Randall Stadium in Madison. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Western Michigan Broncos and the Wisconsin Badgers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rose.
When you get to Madison, Wisconsin, you know you're someplace special when you walk into Camp Randall Stadium. This is one of the largest and oldest stadiums in the country, opening in 1917. The students make it special. Every time there's a cool moment in the third and fourth quarter, Camp Randall continues to prove one of the best home field advantages in the Big Ten. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And the Badgers will kick off first, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So Western Michigan's offense will get first crack at it here. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to...
Makes a grab and room to run. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
And how about that start for this offense? You know, oftentimes you see teams just trying to get into a rhythm, maybe an easy completion to get their quarterback feeling good. Not this offense. They take a shot and find an explosive play right out of the gate.
Going for it all. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Well, that's a great play by the defense, and that's one the quarterback obviously wishes he had back. I think sometimes as a QB, your success from the previous game can carry over, and it forces you to be a little bit reckless, right, David? I mean, he had a big one last time out. He's looking early in this game on the first drive to get a big chunk play right out of the gate, but he throws that one into coverage, and the defense makes him pay for it.
Well, and how about talking to this defense before this game? They talked about, can they make something good happen early? If they could, maybe they could rattle him a little bit. Everything went well for him last week, and so good job by this defense striking early. Hopefully it'll develop some confidence with this D and maybe a little bit of hesitation with the QB.
So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Second down coming up. The play fake. Rush is on. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive.
Hey, good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Nice move to keep running. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
I'll tell you, this guy can just take games over. He can just make things happen when it doesn't look like anything's there. That time they go RPO. They're expecting to throw the football and have to make a play, but nobody's open. This is like Sandlot football. He just tucks the ball himself, and he goes and gets it. He knows where he is on the field. He knows where he needs to get that first down. He's just playing above the X's and O's right now.
Second and long here. To the air, it's Marshall. Left side, it's Davis. And how good is it for a quarterback to have a running back he not only can just dump it off to, but can actually be dangerous as a receiver?
Agreed, Reese. It's not just checkdowns or screens or swing routes or flat routes. This guy can get vertical, and he can all of a sudden start stressing defenses in the second level. What a weapon it is to have this guy in the backfield.
They didn't get too greedy there. They knew what they needed, and he gets it just past the sticks.
Yeah, and I'd like to see the defense maybe be a little bit more aggressive, a little more in the face, because QB sees easy access. I'm going to throw the football. My receiver's got a little bit of space. He can get the first down. I'd like to see the defense make him work for it a little bit more.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows?
And the pressure gets to the quarterback. Down he goes, but that penalty marker sitting right at the line of scrimmage might be offsides against the defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Straight ahead, it's Davis. Driven back.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Looking for the marker. Shakes off the defender. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
From the red zone, it's Davis. Not a lot there. Picks up 1 inside the 20 to the 19.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Fires complete on the crosser. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The Badgers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Quarterback on the keeper. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Badger!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Western Michigan ready to get things going right now on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Stepping to the right. Going to try to get it himself. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him to force him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
Okay, so the QB scramble, went out of bounds. It counts as a sack because it's a loss on the play. You know what I did as a defensive lineman, guys? I chased him and tried to be the first one and the closest one near him. Because guess who gets the sack?
Makes the catch, and he's free. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And the Broncos are rolling down the field. They're going to run it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Trying to squeak through the pile. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Broncos! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Could not make his way to the corner.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. And the Badgers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Making his first move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down the... play to come up with the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job of his decision making.
They'll go back to work on offense. On the ground with the counter. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Gets a hand in there.
Well, the cornerback wasn't fooled that time. He was squatting on the out route, and because of that, he was able to transition, break on the ball, and knock it away.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Running inside, it's Davis. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Badgers will line up to punt it away. That last punt basically flipped the field. They'd like to do it again. and they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, we're about to get another look at this Western Michigan offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. To the air, it's Hill. Hit as he throws. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Send the tight end in motion. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Complete. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
They'll send the back in motion. 2nd down, going to throw it. On the move. Had to start that slide a little early, and he'll be short of the 1st down.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he gets it inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9, where it'll be 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Off play action. Under pressure. And it's a sack.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Turns it upfield. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gets rid of it.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
Looking for running room. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Hill. Whip it out to the back on the screen. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Just feeds the running back. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. The quarterback keeps it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Broncos have their offense in high gear. Keeps it on the ground.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Following that last play, we have a Bronco that is slow to get up. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Out of the gun to give to the back. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5, but they knocked that defense back, and they got it down to the 34. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Listen to this place. Oh, man, and they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. Moving the pocket, it's Hill. Here comes the heat, and he avoids the sack.
This quarterback is really struggling in this game with decisions and also accuracy. He's already being picked off multiple times, and that time, that was a bad underthrow. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And the field goal ties it up here in the second quarter.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Fresh set of downs going to the air. They'll run the screen. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking.
And I like what the offense did right there. A lot of times on first down, you're thinking run, right? Like, be aggressive, come down.
Snags it, and he's open. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line.
And, man, you see it so many times, man. These crossing routes, like, it doesn't matter if it's zone or if it's man. Like, zone, you find the hole. Man, you run away from guys. And if you put the ball on the money, just like the QB did right there, that's what happens.
A shot toward the end zone. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
The offense is trying to put the defense on their heels. On the second play of the drive, they completed a big one. And on the third play, they take another shot. Didn't come up with that one, but wouldn't surprise me if they tried again here.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Fires to the tight end. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. And now the Broncos called their first of 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Escapes the pressure going right. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass, it's Hill. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get kept their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
A strike downfield. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. Let's take a look at the USF Bulls, taking on the #1 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's USF engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing.
The Broncos will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the return, it's Rooks. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
The Badgers head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. And the Badgers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fighting off the defender. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
He's going to take off. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one after their own 37. There is a Badger slow to get up. They'll stop play and have the trainers look at him. The Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Throws to the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create.
And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And the Broncos trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Broncos! Great job by the back on the option. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the 3rd.
His defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They give it back to it. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
And the Badgers decide to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Trying to make one miss. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Western Michigan offense ready to go back to work. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Hill. Fires to the wideout. And that makes 5. Receptions in this one. The 9. Is alive.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. Much more manageable situation for this offense after the penalty. It's 2nd and 6. The run inside. It's Davis. Down he goes.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
He'll keep it again on the option. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Western Michigan has it back as they send the offense onto the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Looking downfield, it's Hill. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Red pass, it's complete. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They'll ride Davis here. Turning it on. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Badger. With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Pulled and finds his man on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. The give to the single back. Run ends there.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Makes the catch at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Here comes Wisconsin's offense to get this drive underway. They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He's got it on the right. Turns it on him. It's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Pulls it. Now the pitch. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. It's picked off, and that's number 10. A big turnover here for the defense to end the quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. The give to Davis. Breaks into the open. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff.
They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Keeps it on the option.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. And the Badgers are flying down the field. They'll give it to him again. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
I just love when running backs make those decisions, and then they get close to the sideline. Some will take that advantage and step out of bounds not to get hit, but I love when they do like this and stick your foot in the ground, get downhill, get some positive yards because it helps your offense on the next down.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. From the gun. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Moves the pocket. It's Hill. They're all over him. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers were playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they forced the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Broncos send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. On the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Badgers sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Breaks the tackle. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. And he was able to break one tackle, Jesse, and almost got away from another.
Man, this secondary, this defense, they better pack a lunch. When this guy has the football, you've got to get bodies to him, and you better wrap up those legs and hold on tight. This dude's hard to tackle.
And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
The Badgers with the 1st and 10. Tells to run, wants to pass. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. Following that last play, we have a Bronco that is slow to get up. That is their junior defensive end, and they hope he's just rattled momentarily. Holly Rowe will update his condition in a bit. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking to pass. It's Marshall. Myers on the move. Working that left side. Good, strong tackle.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Powers inside. Nice move there. Oh, he's got some space. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And this is a situation this offense trains for, having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
They've already peeled more than 3 minutes off the clock on this drive as they stand over the ball on second down. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, it's Davis. There's some room. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
And this is so frustrating late in the game when you got to get the football back and you can't stop them. My goodness, this drive's been going play after play after play. This defense has got to find a way to bow up, make something happen, get a stop, and get the football back.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late, now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Motion from the back. Scanning the field, it's Hill. Got it in the middle, it's Watkins. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Fresh set of downs going up top. Got a man. It's Watkins. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Fires to the right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. And the Broncos can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to throw again. Finds his target. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Incomplete. Big fight for the ball, but it falls to the ground.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down inbounds. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. Third down coming. Rush right in his face. Zings it complete to the right. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Needs it here on fourth down. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Just over a minute to play. They're lining up for an onside kick to try to pull off this rally. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
Everything going their way right now. Last drive they score. Special teams goes out. They execute the onside kick. You need a touchdown now. Can your offense deliver for you here late in the game?
Firing to the right, complete. And now the Broncos called their first of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Calls his own number. Kept it, and he's past the marker. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Dropping back, it's Hill. Unloads to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
Hey, this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
And they can't make the connection.
And this is a tough spot now to be in for this offense because it's 3rd and long. The defense knows you have to pass the football, so they're going to be playing conservative. So what's your play you can dial up? Maybe get half of this back. Like, I know the clock is ticking, but I got to make sure that I maybe cut this down and make it a more manageable 4th down if I don't complete this 3rd and long.
He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Got to make the play on 4th. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Just going to keep it after the snap. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Buying time to his right. And he's going to go down at the 1.
How about that from the offense? 2nd and goal. Everything says you might run the football. They try to throw it, and man, was that unsuccessful. Sit back in the pocket. Just throw the football away. Don't take the sack. Don't go backwards, especially inside the 3-yard line. Set up in such good position.
And the pass is caught for a touchdown. And it looks as if we could be headed to overtime. And now they're going to go for 2 and the possible win, and this crowd rises up to try to make it tough. Dropping back, it's Hill. Look out! He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and they take the lead. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. It comes down to this. 1 more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. He's taking the deep shot. Upstairs, he's got it. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.